Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from the last group in this class and we will explain about ideal teacher profile. Definition. According to Cambridge Dictionary, there are so much similarity of ideal, like perfect, faultless, flawless, immaculate, and impeccable. Ideal teacher. The ideal teacher profile, from the perspective of students, parents, pre-supervised teacher, and the teacher at work in their profession, contains two components. That is, professional component and personal component. The professional component relates to the teaching quality. For example, she teaches in an interesting way. And then, the personal component is the combination of qualities present in the personality of the teacher. Jody Lynn McBrien said, "She knows that it's better to inspire the heart with a noble sentiment than to teach the mind a truth of science. She will teach her pupils that integrity and industry are the best positions that ever come to young men and young women in this life."
Characteristic of ideal teacher. Ideal teacher has two main characteristics, and those are the ability to be attentive to his students and responsible to their needs, and the ability to be an expert in his discipline, to study, and to evolve along his professional path. According to George F. Moody, we may divide general requirements into three parts. The first one, academic background. Teachers should be well-educated people, whatever their specialty, because it is doubtful if one can be very successful without a broad background of subject matter. And it's usually marked by a diploma or degree and should be attained in a school, college, or university before entry to an institute of education. Second one, personality. This is the most important of all. This is about the teacher's beliefs about education, their relationship with students, parents, and colleges. The first great factor is sympathy. It means understanding which a teacher has for the pupil, that non-explainable bond that makes a teacher feel for and with a pupil in his problems. A teacher who is able to live again as a child and understand childish emotions. Also, sincerity in one's work with the pupils and teachers with whom she works. It's the one who performs his chosen work for the very love of it and for what he can do for his fellow beings. And enthusiasm, of course, that factor which illuminates one's very being and which makes others get very spirit of the work. That factor which shows the amount of energy and appreciation we have for our work. And the third, professional training. In order to make a subject meaningful and interesting, a teacher must have a vast amount of material at her command. Also, to organize and present those meaningful and interesting subject and the knowledge, teacher must have professional training. In the eyes of the pupils, the ideal teacher is one who knows how to teach, makes the work interesting, knows the subject taught, enjoys his work and brings others to enjoy it, shows no partiality, is fair in every way, has a sense of humor, is neither too strict nor too lenient, and is true.
And then number third is ideal quality. The views of prospective teacher are related to the quality that an ideal teacher educator must possess, including professional roles and responsibility, professional value, personal characteristic, professional ethic principles, and social responsibility. And then there are several things that an ideal teacher should have, including effective. communication expert in the field strategies, methods, and techniques to keep students active, move away from didactic and authoritarian action, and then take student question or problems into account their interests, not as a question about subject that are not conferred. Arti dari kata-kata tadi itu ada beberapa hal yang harus dimiliki seorang guru yang ideal, antara lain komunikasi yang efektif, ahli di bidangnya, strategi, metode, dan teknik yang membuat siswa tetap aktif, menjauh dari tindakan didaktik dan otoriter, mempertimbangkan pertanyaan atau masalah siswa untuk kepentingan mereka, dan tidak mengajukan pertanyaan tentang mata pelajaran yang tidak tercakup.
Okay, next I will explain about how to be an ideal teacher. The ideal teacher is a professional teacher. Teachers who are able to keep up with the current developments of the time and are sensitive and responsive to various changes, development in science and technology in accordance with the needs of the community. Teachers are needed to develop knowledge and technology insight, improve the quality of education by being able to present learning that is able to develop the times. There are several basic skills that must be mastered by a teacher in order to become an ideal teacher, which are as follow. The first questioning skill, give reinforcement, hold variation, explain, opening and closing listen, guiding small group discussion, managing the class, small group, and individual teaching. Jadi, bagaimana caranya menjadi seorang guru yang ideal? Guru yang ideal adalah guru yang profesional. Guru yang mampu mengikuti arus perkembangan zaman serta memiliki rasa peka dan tanggap terhadap berbagai perubahan, pembaharuan, perkembangan ilmu pengetahuan dan juga teknologi, sehingga guru dituntut harus mampu mengembangkan wawasan ilmu pengetahuan dan teknologinya agar mampu menyajikan pembelajaran yang berkualitas yang mampu mengimbangi perkembangan zaman. Ada beberapa keterampilan dasar yang harus dikuasai oleh seorang guru agar menjadi seorang guru yang ideal, yaitu yang pertama questioning skill atau keterampilan bertanya. Ada dua keterampilan yang harus dikuasai oleh guru, yaitu keterampilan bertanya dasar dan juga keterampilan bertanya lanjutan. Keterampilan bertanya dasar, ciri-cirinya: penjelasannya singkat dan jelas, memberikan acuan dan juga memusatkan perhatian. Kemudian keterampilan bertanya lanjutan yang perlu dikuasai guru yakni pertanyaan yang mampu mendorong terjadinya interaksi dan juga pengubahan tuntutan tingkatan kognitif. Yang kedua, give reinforcement atau memberikan penguatan. Memberikan penguatan ini bertujuan untuk merespon perilaku siswa sehingga dapat meningkatkan kemungkinan terjadinya terulang kembali perilaku siswa tersebut. Jadi dapat menimbulkan interaksi antara guru dan juga siswanya. Yang ketiga yaitu hold variation atau mengadakan variasi. Variasi dalam pembelajaran adalah perubahan dalam proses kegiatan pembelajaran yang bertujuan untuk meningkatkan motivasi belajar siswa serta untuk mengurangi kejenuhan dan kebosanan dalam proses pembelajaran. Kemudian explain atau menjelaskan. Ada beberapa prinsip yang perlu diperhatikan dalam memberikan suatu penjelasan. Di antaranya, penjelasan harus mampu menarik perhatian siswa. Penjelasan harus sesuai dengan tingkat kemampuan siswa. Kemudian penjelasan juga dapat diberikan baik di awal, pertengahan maupun akhir dari pembelajaran. Kemudian opening and closing lesson. Jadi membuka dan menutup pelajaran menjadi penting karena dalam opening lesson atau membuka pelajaran merupakan kegiatan seorang guru di mana guru harus mampu menciptakan kesiapan mental oleh siswanya agar siswanya memberikan perhatian secara optimal dan memusatkan perhatian mereka secara penuh dalam pembelajaran. Kemudian dalam menutup pembelajaran pun menjadi penting karena kegiatan ini merupakan di mana guru mengetahui pencapaian tujuan dan pemahaman siswa terhadap materi yang telah dipelajari. Kemudian guiding small group discussion. Membimbing diskusi kelompok kecil. Beberapa hal yang perlu diperhatikan dalam membimbing diskusi yakni memusatkan perhatian siswa pada tujuan dan topik diskusi, memperluas masalah, menganalisis pandangan siswa, dan meningkatkan partisipasi siswa. Jadi dalam pelajaran dapat dibuat atau dibimbing sebuah diskusi kelompok kecil. Kemudian managing the class, mengelola kelas. Kemampuan pengelolaan kelas merupakan keterampilan guru untuk menciptakan suasana dan kondisi pembelajaran yang kondusif. Yang terakhir adalah small group and individual teaching, mengajar kelompok kecil dan perorangan. Pengajaran kelompok kecil dan perorangan merupakan bentuk kegiatan yang memungkinkan guru memberikan perhatian terhadap siswa dan menjalin hubungan yang lebih akrab dengan siswanya karena dibentuk kelompok kecil.
Summary. An ideal teacher really needs to motivate their student to work hard in class. An ideal teacher will always encourage students and inspire their students to the right thing in life. Teachers need to understand their students well enough and should build a strong relationship with each other so that positive thing can work out for the better and fall into place. Jadi guru yang ideal itu harus bisa memotivasi siswanya atau muridnya agar bisa bekerja keras di dalam kelas. Dan juga seorang guru itu harus menjadi inspirasi atau contoh yang baik bagi para siswanya. Selain itu, guru juga harus mengenal dan memahami siswanya dengan baik agar nantinya antara guru dan murid itu terjalinlah sebuah hubungan yang positif. William Arthur Ward said, "The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires." Okay, I think enough. Thanks for your attention, and hopefully it can be useful for us. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.